Y'all heard the last end of it. What up, though?
He came in like, "Doe."
That was like, oh. Welcome to another episode of Mentally Ill with Dez Cortez. I'm Dez Cortez. As always, to my left, my motherfucking homie, Mr. Hayes. What it do, my guy?
Not much, man. What's going on?
How you feeling other than tired?
Man, I'm sleepy. Hey, listen, I am super sleepy right now.
I don't
Real
see you
talk.
snoring.
I hope, listen, if y'all catch me snoring on the episode, it's okay. It ain't y'all. Just hold it to my, all right, whatever they say.
I think
Hold it to my heart, not my mind, or whatever.
I think Rick went to sleep on us the other day.
He might.
I think because I was rewatching the video, bro. He was in one spot for a long time, dog.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm like, oh damn.
Somebody said pause.
Oh,
shout out to Rick though.
Shout out to Rick, my guy, man. My guy. I mean, he got so much history in the city. Like,
Right.
You know,
a lot of shit came through him, bro. You know what I mean? And
Right.
he don't even be talk. You know, he don't even talk about it like that. But a lot of shit came through him.
Exactly.
And a lot of these gangsters wouldn't even been around really if it wasn't for him and what his family was actually doing at that time. So that was dope, man.
Right.
How was ATL?
Man, ATL was lit, man. I ain't gonna lie. I had a good ass time out there, ATL, man. You know what I'm saying? The devil was working.
What you go to Atlanta for?
For Podcasting Atlanta, they had the launch for the Podcasting Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
They
it
didn't,
wouldn't have been straight.
They didn't send me a ticket, so they didn't, you know.
So they sent me a
But
ticket.
wait, so
They
but
tried
Tony went?
Yeah,
Right.
Ain't that some shit?
They ain't sent me one either. I had to
just
go
went.
get my ticket.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't send me no
yeah,
ticket.
he was being cheap.
Ain't
How much was
send
your ticket?
send me no
Did the motherfucker
ticket.
$70, $100?
$19.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what kind of ticket you had.
right, nigga. Damn, what you fly
That
on the
shit
wing?
wasn't.
To Atlanta?
No, like,
He said on the wing. Did you fly
How
on
many
the wing?
stops did you have?
Flew underneath that bitch?
no.
Something.
At the top.
It
Nigga was laid out in the bucket
$19
with the
there
luggage.
And $19 back.
Oh, that's dope.
Right.
That's pretty
I
good.
kept upgrading my seats and shit. Though.
Oh, for real?
Nah, I don't play around, nigga. I'm too big for that shit. Upgrade.
Nigga need some room.
I don't play that.
Nigga like big seat.
Right.
Bro, like, I mean, so many of the flights, the red eyes I be catching back and forth from LA to the D.
Yeah.
Nobody in them boys, bro.
Really?
Man, I done had to wear. I had the whole damn plane.
Man, that's crazy.
Really?
Stretched
That's
out
crazy,
around him
yeah.
of me and the
Right.
stewards talking this shit. You know what I mean? Like it was
Yeah.
like I was like he was like the
Right.
only reason that we got to take the plane back.
Yeah.
Other than that, we would have you wouldn't have to go.
fuck it,
So,
right.
be the only motherfucker on.
That's crazy.
That's the best shit
That's
ever, huh?
Was the 4:30 flight?
No. It's it get here at 4:30.
Yeah.
Yep. They get here at 4:30. But that was dope. So, man, you already started talking, but we definitely, and you already like a friend of the family. So, you've
Right.
been on what?
I don't even know.
Right? 4th time?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. 4.
4th, 5th.
My
Shit,
Hillary.
this your show now.
Lisa Jones. What it do?
Nothing.
you
Nothing.
feel?
Chilling. I feel good. I actually I had just got over something. So I had like a sinus thing happening.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel better.
That's good. You need some sanitizer?
I got,
You gonna stuff it up her nose? I mean, I don't even know how that's gonna hit your sinus.
You gonna get some of that
look, I
sanitizer.
got so much sanitizer. I think I got it from the gym. I teach at the gym too. So like
okay.
all the yoga teachers got a little head thing going on.
Right,
so
right.
I think it was just my time.
They just passed it
Gotcha.
along.
Now we got to go back to 6 feet. You know, we had changed our ways, but now it's gonna be like, don't touch me.
Nothing
Right.
nasty again.
Yeah, now it's nasty again.
One of y'all done got me. Goddamn.
That's it. That's it, motherfucker. I'm in my bubble again.
Yeah, I feel
You know, I gotta wear condoms again. You know what I mean?
Pause.
Hey, man.
I never know what's gonna come out of his mouth.
No,
like
he don't. He
ever.
don't. Yeah, I was about to
like
say,
ever.
you know.
We gotta stop, dog. Come on.
Please.
First of all, the people don't even know what we eat. Like they all like, what is wrong with these fools? But no, we've been having a fun day even before we even started this motherfucker, bro. But who did you heal lately? Anything special happen in the world of the Oracle?
Anything special happen? We always got special stuff happening. The studio is magical, so we got classes like 4 days a week, and we always doing some type of sound healing, acupuncture, breath work, healing. So yeah, that's every week.
That's so dope.
Right.
Yeah, you need it every week though.
What is sound here?
More than that.
I'm
So
sorry.
sound healing, that's why I went to 2 sound baths today. And so in a sound bath, you have a facilitator, and my one girl, she does the gong. Have you guys seen the gong before? Where they and then they play singing bowls and rain sticks and a bunch of chimes. But it talks to the different energy centers in your body, your chakras and your meridians, and it balances them out.
It hurts.
Huh?
It'd be at different.
To make it hurt.
Different
Right.
that the body knows the frequency, even if you don't know.
Right.
So I knew I was just trying to get my body back balanced and stuff. So I went to 2 so I could just feel better.
You know,
Dang, she had to
take
double
me a
up.
sound bath.
No, you got to.
Oh, I'm definitely.
You're going to trip too, because it feels like somebody is standing in front of you pulling something off of you. Or
Yeah, see, that's what shit changed. I'm gonna need a sound shower.
no, Tony. You gotta.
You know, just like when I associate somebody taking something off of me at
Right.
this age,
Yeah, you feel
you know,
me?
it gotta be
No,
a
but-
woman. You know what I mean? As far as that, I'm just talking about mentally how. You know, ain't nobody else taking my
Right.
clothes
I
off.
feel it.
So
I feel that.
I gotta say this is
Energetically.
right. Yeah.
That's what's up.
My mind always go to the left. At
It's
first.
okay. It's all right.
Like when homegirls talking about her
At
throat
first.
chakras. I couldn't get over it. You
why
know what I
you
mean?
laugh.
I'm supposed to be thinking right. She just kept talking about her throat chakras.
Right.
I stopped.
That shit was too
Stop.
funny, bro.
That shit was funny as
Yeah.
hell,
Did
though.
she say throat or did she say throat?
She said throat, but I
Yeah.
say throat.
That's
From the
what-
South. Nigga, my
that shit
family from the
was
South. Nigga, throat. Alabama, nigga, that's the throat.
Girl, give me some of your chakra. Give me some of your chakra.
Right.
Soon as he said, I'm like, oh damn, the throat soccer. Okay.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
So yeah, I gotta get better with those type of things.
Right.
as far as my-
It's okay.
But yeah, I'm definitely want to do the.
No, both of you
Definitely
guys
do a
should.
sound bath.
Yeah, it
sound
feels
bad.
energetically like you too. Are you gonna come?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Should I
what she
say
said.
pause?
No, that's what she
Yeah.
said.
Oh, that's what she
That's what she
said.
said. That
Okay,
was
because
good.
I
That's
never
what
know
she
when to
said.
chime in on that.
You said you gotta come. I was waiting on you. I don't want to just. I'm gonna let you do it on your own.
Are you a couple?
Right.
But I mean, energetically, it feels like something is
No, I
like
feel you.
floating
I feel
off of you. Yeah.
Right.
People got to get it, so I'm gonna get better with that. But, no, I know exactly what you feel because I have felt those things. You know, as far as
Yeah.
really feeling the spiritual aspect of things, and people like why you don't think it's a dream? Why you don't think because the shit feels realer than me sitting right here in front of y'all right now. You know what I mean? Like it's really like it feel like I have always been there, and this shit here is like almost like not even real. Truthfully,
It's not.
and that's what blows my fucking mind. Like
It's not.
that felt real, and this shit didn't. And that's when I know shit was about to change for me. Like for
Yeah.
real. Like, okay, nigga, this ain't nothing what you've been thinking, what you thought, what you heard. This is none of that.
Right.
That shit was so real. It was
Yeah.
like, this is where you have been. This is what it is. Take care of this.
Yeah.
And that other shit back there, it'll happen for you. Don't worry about it.
Well,
It's
it
that
is
type of
like you,
feeling.
and two,
Right.
because none of this, I mean, it's real because we're here and like we're in it, but our consciousness get caught up in it. And so we feel like this means something, or these people that, have done us wrong or have done different stuff to like that means something to us when all of it like means nothing.
It means nothing.
It means nothing.
It means nothing.
So if you can get past yourself and over your ego to realize like that this isn't about you, nothing is about you. Like, and right,
crazy.
nothing
It's
is about you.
It's crazy, though. Like,
And if you understood that, you would play your role.
but
That's
it's
how I feel
almost
as well.
like no, but for real. And then people say, but it's almost like I've been living in a dream
You have.
my whole life. For real, though. Like I ain't never felt that real before.
Yeah.
Been in that realm. You know what I mean? Like it was like, oh, nigga, you been just living a dream kind of.
Yeah.
That shit is play.
Right.
Like it was such a flat out. This is what it is. Cut and paste. No other feeling in my body. Like like almost the truest. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, did you notice that when you got back, or was it like a
While it was happening.
right? Okay.
While it was happening.
But then thinking about it as I went back, it just blew my mind. Like, dog, you will never be the same.
Right. That
Ever.
makes
Like,
sense.
you will never be the same person.
Right.
Because life don't even mean the same shit to you.
That shit crazy.
For real, dog.
feel
Like,
you, though.
it don't even mean the same shit to you.
Right.
It's a straight up spiritual battle, and people be a lot better off if they understood that shit. Because we ain't here worried about this and that and this and that and not doing that. And man, dog, that shit don't really mean nothing, dog.
Right.
And we'll get there on a spiritual, and that's why I was like, man, if black people would, as a culture, learn to meditate, it'd be niggas on the side of the road meditating like a motherfucker.
I
You know what
believe
I
it.
mean?
I
It'd be
believe that.
meditation parties.
I believe
Yeah.
that.
Because it's so detrimental to a person's psyche, dog, that I just don't understand how I was living my life without it.
That's crazy. That's what I was just saying. I was like, man, I recently was practicing. And I was just telling Lisa, like, man, I've been trying to practice, trying to get it. So
It's
I was just
coming.
telling her, like,
It's
I don't go
coming.
to sleep no more. But every time, like, I see some shit and it get real vivid, I get excited
Yeah.
and everything fade away.
Yeah, but no, but it's,
And that shit be like,
it's gonna be like
pause.
this. It's gonna be kind of like you stupid.
Pause,
But
nigga.
Yeah.
It's silly.
It's kinda
the
like-
pause shit.
It's like But you know what? And then this is gonna be kind of fucked up. But it's, you know how when you was first learning how to come as a little boy or whatever,
Right.
how it'd just come a little bit, but it didn't go all the way out. You didn't know what it was,
Right,
and then
right,
it go
right.
back in.
Right.
That's kind of how this is.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you'll get there, but then no, and you'll get there, but then no,
Right.
no, and then but when that motherfucker bust, bro, you like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I.
No,
I
it's
got close.
exactly like that.
That's
I'll never
incredible.
be the same because I was I saw my nut like I'm a man.
Oh my
Like,
god.
like, oh yeah. I swear to God, bro, that's how I was, bro. I was like, I got a man now, nigga. I got nothing. Hey, what the man to me, bro? I was happy I was a man.
I feel that.
But that's what I mean, and you know, mental, you know, that can go with stuff too. But that's what I can equate it to. It's like that's how it was.
Right.
It was like then come back, then run, then
Yeah.
come back,
Yeah,
then
that's how it
run,
was.
and then now boom.
Right. I ain't had the boom
Oh
yet.
shit! Oh, you will.
It comes with the boom. I ain't had that.
Oh, okay, you in the DJing and shit? They never did that
shit.
before.
You got some new keys.
You got a software
Some new
update.
buttons.
That boy got a
Good
software
thing.
update.
He got some new
Nigga
buttons.
went out of town.
Yeah.
Oh, that's jazz.
Stupid for that.
Oh man.
So, is there a way we can do a meditation sound party?
Yeah, we do them all the time.
We were talking about doing one at my office.
Right.
Yeah.
Before you just bust out and just gonna access it. We just gonna talk about it too.
He was already ahead.
I already bust out.
That's
Nah,
the pause,
I
right? That's pause. That's pause.
I was gonna let him say it.
He's supposed to say
Oh, okay, he was supposed to say
supposed to
it.
say
I know, I was being gay.
Yo,
He let did it on purpose. But man, we gotta get to it, man. We gotta get to it, man.
the fuck?
We fooling. Congratulations for podcasting in Atlanta.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jumping off, super dope, man.
Right.
I'm so excited about that, even though I wasn't there, but I am super excited about that. And it's just gonna keep growing and growing and growing.
Right.
And
It
growing and
will,
growing.
yeah.
Yeah. Times
We
12.
opened
So
a podcast in Houston
Yeah.
in March.
see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. We just gonna keep growing and growing because you know we actually spreading some good news.
Right.
So people need to hear this shit. So our topic today, because people keep asking me like, y'all always talking about this and talking about that. Y'all don't never talk about how to get to it. People don't understand the first step that they need to take, and I didn't either.
Right.
So the first thing I did was signed up to get a brain scan.
Yeah.
I ain't tell you this.
I think you said. I think you mentioned it, and you were saying how the waves were going all crazy.
Yeah,
and shit.
I signed up to get a brain scan.
Right.
They put the thing, all the shit on my head, and did all the scans and everything. So they were supposed to hit me back in about a week. They hit me back in 2 days.
Right.
That's how you know something wrong.
It was like, yeah.
It's like,
When
nigga,
they call you.
Yeah,
Real
they was like,
quick.
yeah, why don't you come in? I'm like, oh, okay.
We do another evaluation.
But he like because it's like a book and I still got the book and it got like pictures of people's heads and like arrows and different stuff like that for all different aspects of it, and he like pushed that shit over to me like
This
like, I want you to take a look at this side.
Right.
And take a look at this side. He like, this is the normal person's brain.
Right.
He's, I don't want to say normal. This is a whatever. And he said, this is your brain.
Right.
Yeah,
So really,
on the side look like
my brain was connecting with other parts of the brain that normally you can't connect with them unless you on some drugs.
Right.
So my shit was just doing some other crazy shit. So he was like, listen, either you gonna get some help, you gonna be a saint, or you gonna be a psychopath, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I see the
right now.
patterns.
Like, don't, you know what I mean? Like, don't even fuck with it. Don't even play with it.
Right.
Like, you gonna have to make a decision
Is
right
that
now.
what made you change?
Well, it was the first thing that I just was happy because I knew it was something to my craziness. You know what I mean? To my differentness.
Because you can feel it.
Right.
And I'm like, I gotta be different than these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, something has to be different. The reason why I am like I am and what's going on with me and how I am, what it is. So that's why I did it. You know what I mean? I just really, but it made me feel better though.
Right.
It did. Because I was like, yeah, I'm fucking crazy, baby. You know what I mean? Like, I felt, like, okay.
Said,
This is something different. You know what I mean? Like, I got something going on differently. So then that helped me say, okay, how do I attack this or work with this or use this? Like, I never thought about it as a negative thing.
Right.
Motherfucker told me I was going to be a psychopath, and I was like, yeah.
You know what's really funny about that too? You saying that because you got happy, and I'm glad you got happy. But you know, like serial killers have the same brain too.
Yeah.
You know, like when they do that, so they look and they can tell.
Yeah.
So in it, but I'm glad it
I think he
answered
probably
questions
turned
for
me in
you.
too. Like,
Let me put him on the list.
Yeah, he on the list of,
right. Highly.
motherfuckers
Watch his ass.
Don't let him get
Yeah.
nothing. But it was straight though. I mean, but that was the start
Right.
Right.
of my journey. And I'm not telling no people to go get a brain scan.
Right.
But
No, you should tell them because I think people
I don't know. But that worked for me. Everybody not gonna see that shit and react the same way.
But everybody's isn't their brain though too.
Yeah, but it's,
know?
I know some people who, if the doctor sat down and told them like you could be a psychopath type shit, them motherfuckers will fall all apart.
They immediately go.
What am I gonna do? Am I having them thoughts right now?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I know people who go into it like that, so I can't tell nobody to start like that. I'm just saying like that's where mine started at.
Right.
My idea for somebody to start is to go to someone like you.
Right.
And like, okay, how would you start a newbie off?
Right, it happens every week. It's somebody new that comes to class. I like to bring people down quickly, truthfully. So we do acupuncture a couple days a week. So I like to start people with acupuncture. So like even all my massage clients, they get acupuncture because that's immediately going to tap into their nervous system. Now I'm off for silence and stillness. You know, where people go on. I just missed a Vipassana where you go on 10 days of just complete silence, and that's what it's called.
Who the what? What you said it was?
Right. It's called a Vipassana.
Oh, well, who?
Vipassana. So asana means poses, like in Sanskrit, which is the terms and the language that people speak in yoga. It's a different language, yeah. And so it's a Vipassana where it's just silence. So people go on like 10. I was going to go on 10 days of silence, but it filled up, which means you just completely say nothing.
What's the name did that? He was just talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
The quarterback for
yeah.
He in touch with himself.
Yeah.
And he don't give a hell what nobody say.
Good.
He was telling him how he was meditating, going everything. He was telling them how the ancestors was touching on him, and he was just
They
talking,
do.
and they was looking at him like, and he was like, "Yep, that's what happened."
Yeah.
I felt him, and I knew that was my ancestors,
Yeah,
and this
fuck
and that,
that.
and this and that. But he went, and you just right. He said you got to be. He said it's something that everybody has to do.
You should.
But
What's your question?
what is the ancestors? Were they Catholic and priests?
I don't know
Mine
what
too.
his ancestors was. I can't answer for his
Say
ancestors. I
Catholic.
don't know.
Because you say they're touching them. I just want to make sure they're touching the right
Oh
place.
boy. Oh boy. That went left real quick.
Horrible, man. We
Like,
talking about
so
some
quick.
spirits, man. Man, ain't nobody no
Yeah.
spirits jumping up on nobody.
That went
We
left
talking
real
about
quick.
Touch them in a
quick.
sense of calming, man. I'm here for you,
I
sir.
mean, the joke was right there. I answered.
I feel it.
It's right there.
But it'll also show you that you don't need no motherfucking body,
Yeah.
truthfully, and that you can be alone.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it
Everybody
is.
and will be alone here, but you're never really alone.
Alone, right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
you.
yeah. I will never feel alone ever again in my life.
Really?
I can't. Nigga, I can't. It's not even dark when I close my eyes, bro. Like
I feel you on that.
it's another movie going on as soon as I close these pictures. It ain't. You know what I mean? Like
Something else happening.
It's there, dog.
Right.
This is shit that my body is naturally doing. You know what I mean? It's just I woke up to it, and it's what people. You can talk to somebody who's 100 years. I mean, have been over 100 years been studying this shit or wrote about it, and they'll be saying the same things. People from all over the world. That's how I knew it wasn't no bullshit.
Right. I wouldn't say
some
that.
shit that one motherfucker say and be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna die for this shit. But we can't look at what people around the world is saying happened to them, in which the same shit is happening to them, and we just like,
right.
But the reason is because we so in the United States, we so engulfed in the money aspect of shit. They would never allow it to happen, ever.
What you mean as far as
allow people to get in touch with their mental aspects of self, because it's gonna take away from their money. Motherfuckers gonna stop using drugs. They gonna stop waiting on them. They gonna stop going to the doctor all the time. They gonna start eating right. They gonna all that shit is gonna stop. You don't meet nobody who get into the spiritual and then keep doing the same shit.
No.
That's true.
They just don't.
I will say that. Yeah.
Because your body starts to talk to you like, hey man, that ain't it.
Right.
And you also gotta talk to the ancestors about the bullshit that you've been doing. And people don't want to, dog. People don't want to answer for the shit that they've been doing.
That's real.
And they gonna let you. It's unbelievable, but it is such a pathway of what it is that's really going on that's untouchable. Untouchable.
So I would say, like, if people want to start, then there's breath work, there's meditation, where sometimes meditation, just stillness, is too much for people because they feel too crazy inside, and so they don't want to meditate because they feel like, I don't know how to meditate, and they start feeling cuckoo.
I didn't. But
that was me. I ain't gonna lie.
I got ADHD, bro. I have never been that still for that long.
Right.
But once I got that shit, I was running to that shit. Like, it was exciting. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, let's see what's about to happen on this motherfucker today. Because you know, like, it ain't like, and I don't know if it's different for other people. I just know mine. I can have something on my mind that I may like, okay, maybe the ancestors will help me with this, help me with that. But normally, it's random to me.
Right.
Like, I don't know what I'm about to see, what I'm about to learn. None of that shit. Right. So it's always exciting. And then most of the stuff, like, you kind of forget about as far as this brain goes. But then when you come across it and that shit help you, you be like, this shit is incredible, dog. Like,
what you mean? Give me an example.
All right, so like, it was this dude from my family. Well, he not even from my family. But he be around my family, right?
Right.
And he called me about talking to him about something or whatever, right? So I'm meditating. Now, I'm not even thinking about dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm meditating, man. I hear the answer say, don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
Clear as day.
Flat out. And I'm like, how did he even come up?
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? How did he even come up? Don't fuck with him. What he was trying to get me to do, this motherfucker is in prison for right now.
Damn. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
For sure.
But, you know, those are also, like, it's a thing, it's called the clear senses. And so this is just the technical terms that people will talk in. So, like, clairsentience, or, you know, the things that you feel. So you hear voices. So that's it's a gift. So all of these things that you experience are gifts. So whether sometimes people smell things and they can tell, like, a lot of people will smell smoke or cigars, or they'll be like, I thought I smelled my auntie, but your auntie ain't been here forever. But those things are like different gifts it has. Or some people can see, like, visually, like, see an image standing there. And in that, you know, some people can taste. You can talk about something and you'll be like, I can taste, or I can taste what happened to it too. So you have those different gifts will start to show up inside of you. And yes, your ancestors are talking to you, but most of the world, I believe everyone is gifted. That's just me personally. If you take the time to deal with it, you know, if you sit down and understand, like, really what your gifts are, because the spirit and the ancestors world, like, they want you to be better. They want to talk to you, but because we're caught up in so much of the bullshit, we can't hear them. That's why you have to have silence. And the stillness has to be necessary.
I've been talking to the dead since I was 4.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so
right.
You got it in you already. So this shit ain't gonna be hard for you when you just be, you know what I mean?
Did you stop?
What?
Wait, did you stop?
When I had a stroke August 23rd, 2014, right?
Okay.
2 weeks before, one boy said we had to leave because you're not taking care of yourself.
See.
And then they left, and then I had a stroke, right?
Right.
So a year and a half later, they came back.
Yeah.
But when I was 4, I used to try to tell my mother, but I couldn't. It's hard to explain to her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was 9 years old, I was about to be 9. I said, "Mama, who is Cecilia?" She said, "That's your Aunt Chippy, boy. What you talking about?" No, she said she's your mother, and she's going to tell you happy birthday.
Wow.
And she just started tearing up and said, "Petey, quit lying to me." I
Right.
said, "No, I've been trying to tell you." But then she understood. When I was younger, I used to walk up to people who had uniforms on, and I used to tell them who was saying hi, was their uncle, their auntie, their cousin, and they would just cry and say, "How did you know?"
Right.
I said, "Well, he was sound like he was over here."
So that's mediumship.
Right.
You know,
So
yeah.
but I never could see him. I can hear him.
You can hear him.
So
you would hear him.
When my
Yeah.
daughter was about to turn 5, she would just be talking to me, and she'd just be children, they'll look up in the sky because they hearing voices. They just don't know the direction it's coming from. So they looking at you like they trying to, but they trying to listen. And that's them listening to the dead. Like she said, all of us have
the answer. As a
but you have to
kid,
be willing to accept it.
I used to, see him as a kid, but I thought it was my imaginary friend. So that's what everybody say. Everybody's like, "Man, why you got so many imaginary friends?" I'm like, "Ma, they go Lenny. They go, you know what I mean? Like, and they was imaginary friends to me. You know what I mean?
That's
it took
right.
a while for people to say, "Ain't nobody there." For people to break me off that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
But see, that's what they did wrong.
Exactly.
As opposed
Exactly.
to like my mentor, she told me the only difference in my family is your family is that when I told my family what I saw, they asked me what happened. What did they have on? Tell me the message, because they knew this was a gifted family.
Yeah.
But we get scared of it. The only time we make it acceptable is if you go to church. And so if you hear a word in church,
Right.
then it's acceptable because it's prophetic.
Right.
But if you happen to be at the zoo and somebody says something, they want you to shut up, because now it's not real. But it's all truth, and it's
is.
all things behind it. When I was a kid, I had a whole family. Like my mother used to get upset. I had a mother, a father, and an array of siblings with names that I would not have even known as a child like that. But I just kept, I listened to them, but then I didn't. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I knew what I saw was real in there. So whether you believe me or not, from it. So if you think you keep having deja vu, or if you have deja vu, it's not deja vu.
Excellent.
Right? So that's not what it is.
Right.
Like somebody is telling you something.
Get this shit right here, homie.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
It is.
So what do you do, right? Because I used to have to come to people like they're like, first you think you know everything, right?
Yeah.
But I had outside help or inside
Right.
help, and I used to have to say what God said, or I had a vision, or I had a dream, in order for them
To believe
to
you.
know, just to listen.
Right.
Yeah.
And even my daughter, when I turned 35, Melissa was the first person who actually seen like you wasn't playing. I was
No.
like, no, I wasn't.
Right.
Like when I told you it was going to happen, it happened exactly how I thought.
And see, the thing is, if you really listen to it, like those things will save your life. Like Dez listened to it and it saved his life. But no different than if we drove out right here now and somebody said turn right and somebody said, no, I'm going to turn left. No, I told you to turn right.
Yeah.
But you like, no, I'm about to turn left. Or we all was young and at parties and shit about to get shot. Shit got shot up all the time when I was a kid, clubs and everything. So it was just like, it's time I think it's time to go. My father would call me sometimes like, it's time for you to come home.
They used to call me the scary cat.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
oh man, I'm telling you.
I know it's time to go.
man,
Because
anytime
I
hear that,
know,
though,
yeah.
Anytime I hear that, it's me. It's my voice. You feel me?
But listen, though.
But
keeping it real.
Tony,
Bro.
it is.
You feel me, though?
Tell him
Listen.
this.
They are you. Though. Like
Yeah.
they your ancestors, but they you. Like it's as if
No.
like your hands.
He gonna say
don't make
no.
It's just like, but no. I mean, because I understand how it.
I know what you're
Because
saying.
I've never had that feeling before.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Right.
almost like myself was talking to me, but
Right.
but it was different, bro. Like, but I
Right.
could feel it was
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But it was a better part of me.
Yeah, no,
Of
I'm
more
with you on that.
enlightened.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
Yes.
it ain't like it's different. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Auntie Betty. It's just it's really gonna feel like it's you. And
Right.
these motherfuckers was funny. They was talking to me in a way that I could understand it and learn, dog. And
Right.
it was amazing, dog.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
They
But
was
Tony,
hysterical.
it's very subtle because you say you hear it in your voice and it is your voice, but you still, there's a certain thing of like, even in the clairs, like you just know. Like maybe.
Oh yeah, I knew. Yeah, I had that happen a bazillion times.
This is what I felt like.
But
so you inside, like you just, but just because, like, and everybody's gifts are different, so they may hear something, I may hear something, but you just may go, "No, I can't go there." Why can't you go? Something inside just don't feel right.
Oh,
like I just don't feel like I should be there.
Yeah.
You know, or your body will start like tingling, or your stomach will start hurting, or just something to let you know you shouldn't be in that space.
Yeah.
Or talk to that person.
Listen, I don't know if I told you about that story about the club that got shut up. Me and Rob was going out for his birthday. Mm-hmm. Long story short, club banging. And the way it was all set, I had to go into detail, but the way it was all set up, I'm realizing like shit ain't right. And I'm as I'm looking around, I'm like, damn. I told this tonight. I told you, I ended up running into Kamal. This one, he was on the yeah. So this particular night, I'm the designated driver. The first time I ever decided to be a designated driver.
Designate me for that shit,
right? You feel me? I'm running to him. He's like, dog, I got a tab. Blah blah blah. I'm like, damn, I can't even drink. You know, blah blah blah. But anyway, I was getting my cousin tow up. Boom. Mm-hmm. Rob having a good time. We having a good time. Clear as day. I'm in the club and I hear clear as day. Yeah, go get Rob, bro. It's about time to go. Mm-hmm. It's just like you heard it. And I'm like, all right. Yeah. Where Rob at? You know what I'm saying? Long story short, end up getting him up out of there. When we made it to the front, I started realizing, like, man, we walked past like 8, 9 security to get in here. Mm-hmm. It's only 2 niggas at the door. And niggas is walking in. Like, they can't stop people from just walking in. So at that moment, I knew
it's time to go.
So just exactly what you said. Rob, I ended up walking in, seeing him. He come up to where we was at, and clear as day, it was, it's time to go. Yeah. So I looked at Rob like, hey, bro, we got to go. And he said, what? He mad? Like, what? By the time we made it to the car, it was like, he was really mad because it was like 12:10 or some shit. He like, nigga.
It just got started. Right. Like, we got a couple more hours. I said, bro, we got to go. Well, long story short, the guy that used to drive the purple cab, my guy Mike, Gangster Mike. Hilarious.
Yeah, Mike used to drive the cab, but I called him because where we was going, I was like, bro, he used to do security and shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, I called him earlier that day, like, bro, is it a dress code? Or, you know, at this place, I ain't never been here before. He ended up riding past that boy. So when we left, it was just after 12. 10 minutes after we left, he ended up calling me. Hey, man, you good? You good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. What's up? He like, bro, I was driving the cab. You said you was going to the spot tonight. Yeah. I just rode past it. That bitch, police everywhere, da-da-da-da-da-da. So kind of found out somebody had shot up the whole club.
Right.
We know who it is. I'm going to tell you about that later.
Oh, shit.
But kind of found out, somebody had shot up the club and shit. And
my shit just went out.
Just went out?
How did it?
Oh, I don't know. But anyway, long story short, you know, the whole shit went down, and like I said, it was a moment where it was as clear as day that I just heard my voice saying, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
So that's you then, whatever, and maybe your ancestor's voice is your voice, right. Mm-hmm. Or even like it could be your uncle or somebody even that talk like you, sound like you, or they're just impressing it on there inside of you, just so they're like, yo, Tony.
Right. Yeah, I hear nobody else. I've been to hear Miles' voice.
They may know like it's the only way that's gonna work for you.
Yeah,
because they're really intelligent, bro. So I think if you're leaning on, like, they just want you to be all right.
They do.
Whatever way it can be, they want you to be all right.
I got you.
So if they like, okay, he only gonna listen to himself in that instance. Any other whisper, something like that, he ain't gonna, you know what I mean? He ain't gonna listen to. And they go, right, exactly. So they know
I've been
to come to you
in my
in a certain way.
I might.
What?
Tony.
What the fuck was that? I'm gonna be trying to figure out it right. I'm gonna be fucked up.
I'd be sitting there.
I'd be worried about it. Hold on, wait, what? Whoa, what the fuck is this? But no, but I'm just saying, like, see me, because I done had a bunch of these moments, but I equivalate that to
you what?
Did I say that right? I'm sleepy as hell.
You did.
Okay.
Equivalate is fine.
All right. Anyway, I equivalate that to when I know God talking. You know what I'm saying?
So look, there's the thing, and I think that's where it gets really fuzzy for people, because people will say this is God's voice. Right. People will say it's the ancestors. People will say it's this. People will say it's that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got a friend. She heavy in the church. Right. You know what I mean? But she's starting to get these visions and stuff before she goes to bed. You know what I mean? The strong, because you gonna know the difference between the meditation visuals and the dream visuals are, listen, two totally different things. Like you can dream you in a store, you dreaming you in a store.
Right.
When you meditating, you in the store, bro.
Yeah, I feel
and that's how. And I didn't understand how people used to be like, I can go anywhere,
right?
And I used to be like, man, whatever. Dog. Yes, my dog. Like
I feel
you
that.
can literally lay there, meditate, and be anywhere you want to be. And that shit was like, why are people not grasping this, dog? It's just, it's too unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too much. Right. I think people are like, nah, but it's too. I don't understand why these people feel like people been doing this shit for hundreds of thousands of years for nothing.
I feel that.
For nothing.
I feel that. But some people don't, you know, a lot of times we get dumbed down. Yeah, we don't even, you know, just like what I know about the pineal gland, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And how we was taught all that.
We would never been taught that in school.
I feel like,
But all this is natural things happen to people. Like, we not going out saying, you got to take this to do this.
Right.
Or this happened to me.
What's that?
She about to tell you. This.
Right. Okay. Right. I got you.
This happened to me when I was at my purest.
Right.
Yeah.
When I had stopped drinking. When I wasn't smoking.
Yeah.
None of that. It happened to me when I was completely pure.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would have happened to me unless I was.
I feel that.
So it's nothing foreign about it, nothing foul about it. These are things that's just going to happen to you if you just lay down, relax, and breathe.
Right.
And listen.
Right.
And listen.
And don't, because another problem comes in, even when you got back to the thing of how do people start. Once it's silence, so that's meditation. You can go to sound baths, you can get acupuncture, or you can just be still. And what I gave Tony, which I put that in my purse, and it's actually one of my favorite ones. I keep pine cones in my car and collect them, but they compared the pine cones to the pineal gland, like in it, and the way that it opens in the bottom of it. If you look at the bottom of it, it's like a south sunflower. It's more like a sacred geometry. The bottom of it, so it connects to the body in a different way. So a lot of times people's pineal glands are too clogged up, you know, to see, clogged up from going to work every day, raising kids, dealing with their family, like not fluoride. Clogging up this area. So the goal should be every day is to open up your pineal gland.
But I think they knew that, and that's why they put fluoride in the water.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I got something. I downloaded a video because I wanted to show you, especially you, and for you to see it too. Where I learned how to be open about what I know about my hearing the dead or ancestry.
You want to play it now?
Play it now. Okay.
Well, you can download my damn what's the name then too.
I don't know. Send me the link.
There's an exercise where we could say this: rock star energy drink. Wow, I just put that in history. See how quick history come up right there. Rock star energy drink. Those who want to do the exercise, we're going to say rock star to ourselves without opening our mouths, without saying anything outside. We're going to say this to ourselves. We're going to say rock star to ourselves. Don't say it out loud at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now the question to ask, if you've said rock star in your mind, the question to ask is, what voice is that? What voice is that? What voice just spoke? You just said rock star without moving your mouth at all. On top of that, you on top of saying rock star, you heard yourself say rock star. How can you hear yourself say rock star and no vibration of sound has happened? See, this puts a different perspective on what sound actually is. And what memory is. Memory's not in the brain, memory's in the soul. The only thing you take with you after this life is your memories or your knowledge, your experiences. That's the only thing you take. Unless you study Egypt culture, they believe you can take all their stuff with you and do the other side. Just as a side note. But if you said rock star in your mind or in your being is the true answer, is the true statement. In your being, what was that voice? What was the voice that spoke and then you heard yourself speaking. But these ears did not hear you say anything because your mouth didn't move. So the ears didn't hear it, the mouth did not move, but you spoke and you heard yourself speaking. If you close your eyes, you can see this better. If you close your eyes and put this image in another sight, if you close your eyes, you can still see this. What is the sight that can see your future? These two eyes don't see the future. These two eyes don't see the past. Yet, you can see your past and you can see your future. You can actually see your past. What is the sight that can see beyond time? Don't give it away.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
So that's what when you were saying, because he spoke on the whole speech in like 38 minutes. He spoke on Pinot Gland, right?
Yeah.
About it looked like that, and I was like, I couldn't think of the word. I mean, it just looked like a mushroom.
Pine.
Right. Yeah. Pine.
When you the back
was a pause
part,
moment.
Yeah.
Definitely was a pause moment. But the thing was, that's what made me download that video.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I was like, oh, this is the thing. That's the same thing that made me start speaking out. Like when you use your third eye often,
Right.
it just when you unaware that you're using it, you get spooked out.
Yep.
People get fearful.
But if you say often, like you should use it better than these two eyes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you should use it like every day.
No, but we do
All
it.
day.
We use it often unconsciously.
Yeah.
And not knowing, and that's what makes us fearful. Like, wait a minute, did I just see something? Did I just hear something? The third eye just don't see. It also it gives you sound.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that was dope. That was right on point too.
They was explaining too about what the eyes reflect to the brain, how it works and everything. But they also was talking about why they call it the third eye. It reflects
Yeah.
the same things to the brain, but what it wants to, you know what I mean? What's important, what's needed. So it's like, it's just unexplainable, dog. It's like you got a map
Right.
in your brain to tell you.
Part of our DNA.
Right, it's right there for you, and that's why I say, and that's why, because you know I worked at the zoo,
Right.
and I studied all the animals, but the elephants,
Yeah.
and they were talking about like, how can these elephants be able to go places that their ancestors went, but they never went there? So like, how could this elephant lead these other elephants to water? That elephant had never been there before.
Oh, right. Exactly. And
They
just know where to go.
so in touch.
And it's because elephants don't have the other garbage around them.
Exactly,
to stop
too.
it, you know?
And they got one of the biggest,
Yeah, I'm about to say,
compared
yeah.
to Pinot Glands compared to, you know, and that's why it's like elephants never forget and all that. You know what I mean? Like, they're very in tune with their spirituality, dog.
Yeah.
Elephants are.
Right.
But can you also contribute it to how it's built, like for the size, right?
Yeah, also, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's bigger, but
Yeah, for sure.
And focus.
they've needed it, and so other animals have grown, you know, claws to get bigger, ears to get bigger, wings. The elephant knew that my pineal gland is so important; it needs to get bigger.
Yeah.
Pineapple.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean. I know.
You know,
It needs to
Pino is a pause man.
That's for sure.
Y'all know what I was saying. Shut up, man.
Funny.
My pineal gland really is.
Oh my God.
We had to get bigger as we go along. Anyway, fucking up my shit. But listen,
That's what
seriously though, but
it's like, all right, I'm done.
all animals had opportunity to get better in certain ways.
Right. Right.
And elephants chose to get stronger here. And for that, man, elephants still, you can see them cry. You can see them weep. Like, you can see them have funerals, trumpet.
Wow.
Like, all that different shit, bro.
Right. Right.
They're so in tune with their gland there, dog, that they can basically, like, take shit that they've never even experienced
So
before.
look, so could you just imagine, like, if we all did that? Because we
That's
are
what I'm
all
saying.
just, like, we're just all reproductions of our ancestors. Like, that's all. I'm just one of my aunties. I'm a version of my uncle.
That's
you know,
what it
like,
is.
that's all I am. So if I really took the time and knowing that they haven't been through anything that I have not been through, they haven't done anything that I have not done. So, like, this little shit that I'm complaining about. So, like, if I really took the time and listened, they will direct my path. And I would also say if somebody's into it, like, to set up an altar, you know, to begin that. If you don't know how to get in touch with your ancestors, you don't know how to talk to them, like, set up an altar. It can be just very simple, like a picture of them, you know, up there to start, some flowers to...
They're going to celebrate you when you do it. And one thing that was crazy too, like my first episode where I really got into that realm was like when I would think of something like that was right or get something like they were trying to tell me something, and I like they would do like fireworks. Like, hey, he got, but they was like, it was almost like a joke to me, like, you got, you know how we be, so it was like a, you know, something that I would do.
Right.
Like, we finally got it.
Exactly.
But they were really showing me, like, this is what it is. And it was just.
And they're speaking to you in your language, so you understand.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they knew exactly how I wanted to hear shit, but I could see the way I explain shit to people, the way I do the certain things that I do, and why I do it through how they were, you know what I mean? They were choosing, but it was still me.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the part.
I know.
There's some people out here, there's some people watching this that's gonna hear some voices that ain't them.
No. I mean, but
so y'all better be careful. Y'all telling them to listen to goddamn voices.
So I'm
shit.
not talking about like.
Oh, I'm just saying.
it's
I'm
a
just
difference,
saying.
bro.
People
Like
hear
it's
shit.
a clear difference, but
not schizophrenia.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna put this like in the schizophrenia lane.
I'm just saying.
But no, you're right. You're right.
No, I get what you're saying. But I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
Somebody could be watching this and start listening to the wrong motherfucking voice.
It's like
You're right.
they're telling, but it's like they're ushering you into what to do, and it'll never be negative. Like it'll never be nothing that you think, man, I shouldn't do that. Never.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It'll
So
always be. I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Now you can choose to do this or do that.
Right.
It'll never be an episode. I ain't never an episode where I was like, no, that ain't. It just won't even feel that way.
Right.
It's not that type of party, bro.
No, I feel you.
You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
saying.
Like, I mean, no.
Because with me, it's you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
with me,
good though.
Just like you're saying, they must know. Yeah, they gotta know, nigga. I'm not about to hear no random ass.
Exactly.
Nigga, I'm your uncle's uncle.
Exactly. Right,
You
right.
can kiss
Well,
my
see,
ass.
because that would freak you out too much.
Yeah, right.
So like
So I
they
don't want
can't
that. I'm not
show
doing
up
that.
like
Yeah,
that.
baby
That's what I'm saying. So, but you feel me? What I'm saying on that note, when you know, like I remember I was just telling a story to damn, who was I telling the story to? I don't remember. But anyway, I remember a story where I was being disobedient. God told me to do something. I was like, no.
Right.
And I chose to say no.
Burned your ass.
Burn my 20 minutes later, nigga.
Absolutely.
20 minutes later, nigga, I was paying for that shit. But I know for sure that I was guided to do something that I didn't fucking do.
Absolutely.
And when I
Listen.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and the thing is, ever since then was when it was like, oh, I'll never not listen to that voice again.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what it say. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, and since then, I really been on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing a water fast at the time. I was on day 17. You hear me? I was waking up praying. I was on day 17. My mini bike broke down downtown.
So look, keep talking. And
Look,
I'll
my
finish.
mini bike break down, random as hell. Long story. If y'all know where Woodward turned over to, I think it's Griswold, where the Chase building at. I cut somebody off, and I don't even do shit like this, but I was trying to keep up with these niggas, so I created a whole little ride out. Cut a car off, and little did I know, my bike shut down. I pull it up on the curb. I was going down the wrong way on the one way, and it felt like somebody just cut my bike off, like boop.
Stop doing that,
Bro.
Yeah.
So listen, right after that, I'm sitting there. I see this family, guy, his wife and daughter. They on bikes. We right there where they ice skating and all of that at. And my bike broke down. I'm at like 3% on my phone. You know what I'm saying? And clear as day out here, get that man all the money in your pocket. You crazy as hell. I'm stranded. No. I said no. You hear me? Go back and forth. You hear me?
Yeah.
20 minutes later, they gone. I knew the opportunity was gone, and I felt like, ooh, you
I
been
shoulda
fucked
did
up.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, dog, you got some more money at the crib, but it was like, no, nigga, I'm stranded. That's dumb. I'm not doing it. And me choosing not to do that that night on my way home, I remember just feeling drained and no energy, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta eat something. I feel like I'm about to die."
Because it was something that you were supposed to get right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Sincerely important, dog.
But I think that was my. Even though it played out like it was, I had to learn that is what I needed to be listened to. So ever since then, anything, bro. Anything, that trip to ATL, all that shit, everything that was, you know what I'm saying? Like everything, when I hear that, go do this shit, it's for a reason. And every time, even with that trip, man, I met 2 people, bro, and they told me some shit they ain't even know shit. I had a woman tell that old girl, she told me before I left her, bro, didn't know me from nothing. She said, you keep being the daddy to your son that you never had or you always wanted or something, she said, and it was like, whoa, you feel me?
No,
Where the fuck that come from?
It's gonna get freaky, bro.
Yeah, you feel
it's
me?
gonna get freaky.
But it was just like, you know, shit like that. So long story short, when I hear it now, that I think that right there was
reassuring, though. That's what the fuck was going on.
Right, exactly.
I remember, like, and this before I even knew it, when I was getting off work. I lived next door to a couple young dudes that I used to chill with, smoke with every once in a while, play dominoes with.
Right.
I'm getting off work. I go, and I see them. They on the porch, like, man, come over. Let's play some dominoes. I'm like, perfect, because it was people in my crib and they was doing something or whatever. Right. And I was like, all right, perfect opportunity. Right before I go in there, someone was like, but you should use the bathroom first. I'm like, I got Crohn's, and I know when I need to use the bathroom. Right. So I'm like, you should use the bathroom first. Right. Boom. Go upstairs, get in the bathroom. Then I hear a knock on the door in the bathroom. Hey, something just happened to your friends next door.
You would have been over there.
I go out on the balcony. I'm thinking like the police ran up in there and did something because I see so many police cars, whatever. No. Somebody went up in there and Swiss cheese the whole house up. Bro.
Right. Wow. Exactly. The
whole house.
Yeah. You didn't have to go to the bathroom.
Huh? I didn't hear it. Right. I didn't hear it in the bathroom. I didn't hear it. And not only they Swiss cheese their house up, they jumped in my backyard and across like all that.
Right.
Wow.
I would have been sitting right there playing dominoes with them, got Swiss cheesed up too.
Oh, they died.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Dog. Yeah. And I got video and the owner asked me to go in there with him because he had to, you got to clean up that biohazard stuff after a certain amount of time, like all that blood and stuff, like you got to clean that up or they'll give you tickets and stuff. So he was like, man, I can't go in here he's a white dude. He's like, I can't go in here by myself. Can you go in here with me? It was just, bro, it was just so.
Yeah, that's wild.
Traumatic.
And I see the chair that I always sit in where I play at.
Right.
So shot up, it flipped back.
Wow.
And that was before I started meditating and different things like that. But I look back on those times because it's been way more than that.
Yeah, for sure.
Where I understand the ancestors stepped in like, no, motherfucker, listen.
Right.
This what's going to happen. And it all makes perfect sense now. But then I was like, oh, I dodged a bullet. Literally.
Right.
Not understanding, like, dog, you have something over you that's amazing. And people used to say that to me all the time when I was younger. But they wanted me to be a pastor. Right. You know what I mean? You got this anointing. Like, as a kid, a pastor used to, like, they used to tell my mama, this kid right here is going to be a pastor, flat out. And she talk about it all the time. Right. But I wasn't able to equate it to what was really going on and how powerful I was really. I mean, I just didn't understand it at the time. Right. But now I look back, everything makes perfect sense. Yeah. You don't got to stretch your brain out. And even though it sounds wild, you know what I mean? You don't got to stretch your brain out for this shit.
Nah, that's for sure. Because I came to a realization, like, I think I was talking to, I don't know, I think it was Miles a couple of years ago or something. But we was talking, I was just like, bro, in order for God to be all seeing, all knowing, all everything, it has to be a part of everything. So I don't see, a lot of people talk as if God is a separate entity or a bigger, version of this, that, and the other. But realistically, in my world, we all share that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
are, I mean, you know
that's
what I'm saying?
but we all
were
are
never
a piece of that. Everything, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You are. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
we're all made from, like, nigga, we're literally all made out of stardust.
No, right, for sure.
And people are like, oh my God, stardust. Yes,
Right.
motherfucker, everything on this earth is made out of the same thing.
Right.
You take some dirt out there,
Yeah.
you pick that dirt up, put that shit on the what's the name, you take some human shit, and they both made out the same shit.
Right.
Same minerals,
Yep.
same everything. Every single animal you grab, everything in this is made out the same shit. The same shit that the planets are made out of and the stars.
That's for sure.
It's flat out like that.
Yeah. It
But
gotta
it's
be.
so far from people's minds that they like, that's
They can't
crazy.
conceive of it.
Motherfucker, it's not. It's the
Right.
shit that happened.
I feel
But
that.
then too, Tony, I think yours too. Like anytime you do a fast or you do a silence, like you can hear better.
Yeah.
So that's why even in churches and stuff, they'll do a fast. But even for you, like if you people want to tap in and want to learn and know, like outside of being silent, like deny yourself those sweets, those
Right.
sugars, those snacks. Like if you just do fresh juices or fresh water, that's gonna make you like pure.
Yeah.
That's gonna open your mind up because you don't have all of these cravings. You don't want no
Right.
chips. You don't have any of this, and all that shit is a distraction.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Yeah.
why even the food that you eat, the water that you drink, the
everything.
stuff that you do will fuck you up.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
the more you push yourself away from those people or push away from those foods or push away from those, and it's just you in the purest form of what it is, this will start to just like fire up,
Right.
like and just go crazy. So it's better when you do a fast
Right.
because you'll be able to tap in more.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think
for
my
sure.
my first time getting over to that realm and I didn't know what was going on, I did a fast in college. And I separated myself and I was like, I'm having these super vivid dreams.
Right.
Like these dreams feel way more real.
Right.
That's what it is.
I didn't realize what really was going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, we got to get up out of here. This shit has
Okay,
been so
that went
dope.
quick.
Hill, I know,
Shit,
man. This
yeah.
shit always go too fast.
I know, right? That was a quick ass
People
hour.
before we go, I know, man. Damn.
No,
Miles
just
threw that 10-minute video in there,
Right,
man.
man.
But no,
He said 10-minute video.
But see, that's so dope because people are starting to understand and
right.
say the same
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, that's for
so
sure.
shit will change.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shit will change. And when they start seeing how these people live and the difference in them,
Right.
shit gonna change.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead, baby.
No, LisaHillaryJ.com. That's my website. My Instagram is LisaHillaryJ, again, AGAIN. Join me for anything.
Get your ass in the pool.
That's for sure. Right.
I actually teach a class called Enhanced Intuition at the massage school. And it's an 8-hour class, and we spend 4 hours open up on our pineal gland. We take a lunch, and then we come back, and they work on each other just based off of their intuition of what you feel. And not forget, like, feeling this out. My back hurt, my leg hurt. Just what do you feel?
Right. Right.
Man, people gonna get super like when they understand this shit, man. Like it give me goosebumps about what
It
people gonna do.
should.
Right.
Tony, what you wanna leave the people with, man?
Oh man, but listen, if y'all watching this every day, every week, I mean, I want y'all to talk to God. However you decide, your answer, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is, but talk to God and see what happens. Real talk.
Absolutely, man. And it's kind of the same thing for me. Listen to yourself. You know what I mean? Like you really got to understand what's going on. Listen and put yourselves in the right situations. And if you got to fast, try it.
Right.
You know, I think that's something people got to do. But you got to break into what you need to do. And that's seeing people like Lisa and other people who you know who are spiritual in that manner and understand about the glands and different things that's going on in your body.
Right.
Everything else is some bullshit. I'm sorry, y'all. So, I'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Same time, same place.
Peace.